Halo guys, my name is Heldi Agusteo.
Hello, my name is Eka Pamita Bakti.
My name is Muhammad Fahrizal.
Hello, my name is Adamudia Amarul.
Hello everyone. How are we doing today? I hope we are all doing wonderful. Have you ever carefully think before you make a decision? Like for example, you are trying to decide whether you should go to your friend's house or family. We all had that moment before. That moment where we wanting to choose the best decision on the available option. Now, for today, class, we are going to talk about that as our specific topic while learning about one poetry and English speaking material. But before we show the poetry and material, let's take a look at what our plan for today lessons. The first, you will identify language used to say what someone instead to do. The second, and then for the training, you will make a short spoken response describing their intended choice using future form. Now, let us watch together the poem first, which is The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. So, enjoy the video. The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveler, long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other, as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that the passing there had warmed them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay in leaves, no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing a way leads on the way, I doubt if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Some were edges and edges henge to road diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the differences.
Now, let's talk about the poem The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. This poem tells us about a man standing in a yellow forest where the road divides into paths. He has to choose which road to take. In the end, he decides to take the one that looks less traveled. Later, he imagined that he will tell this story again in the future and say that this choice made all differences in his life. The poem used the road as a symbol of the choice we make in life. Every decision we take can change our future, even when we're not sure which path is better. The tune is reflective. The speaker looks back and thinks about what might have happened if he had chosen differently. We can also find a connection to our grammar focus today, the future tenses. In the line, I shall be telling this with a sigh. Frost saw how the speaker plans to talk about his decision someday. That's an example of expressing future intention, just like well-practiced letter using will and be going to. So, the poem isn't only about walking in the woods, it's really about how our choice shape our future.
And next, we're going to talk about our main material, which is the future forms of intention and how do we express it. Now, let's look at how we express our future intention in English. We have three main forms. First, be going to. We use it when we already have a plan or intention. For example, I'm going to choose the other path. It means I've already decided before speaking. Usually, be going to is paired with verb. Next, will. Usually, it's paired with verb as well. We use it when we make a decision at the moment or when we want to make a prediction. For example, I will probably take the road with fewer footprints. And finally, the present continuous, like I'm meeting my friend tomorrow. We use this when there's already a fixed arrangement with a time or place. Even though all of them talk about the future, they each have a slightly different meaning. How do we use the future intention? We use going to for things we already planned, like a decision made before speaking. We use will for quick decisions or promises, something we decide right now or to make a prediction. And we use the present continuous for something already arranged, like I'm having lunch with my cousin tomorrow. So think of it like this. Going to use for plan intention, will for some spontaneous or prediction, and present continuous for the scheduled plan. Useful expression you can use in your speaking later. You can say, I'm going to, or I'm planning to, when you talk about your plans. Use I will or I won't when you make a decision right now or when you promise something. You can also say I intend to or my plan is to sound a bit more formal. For example, in the road not taken, the speaker could say, I'm going to take the less traveled path, or I will tell this story again in the future. These expressions help us talk naturally about our future plans and intentions.
Now that we've learned how to express intention using will, be going to, and present continuous, let's test your understanding. We're going to do a few short exercises together. Make sure to read each question carefully and think about the meaning of the sentence before choosing your answer. Let's start. First question. What is the main theme of the poem The Road Not Taken? A. Friendship and loyalty. B. Choices and decisions in life. C. Nature and seasons. D. Dreams and imagination. Question number 2. In the poem, the two roads symbolize A. Different paths in a forest. B. The challenges of nature. C. Life choices and direction. D. People we met in life. Question number 3. What does the line I took the one less traveled by suggest? A. The speaker regret his choice. B. The speaker followed others. C. The speaker made an independent decision. D. The speaker was forced to take that road. Question number 4. Which expression shows intention using be going to? A. I will study hard for the exam. B. I'm going to learn a new skill next month. C. I met my friend tomorrow. D. I would like to go traveling someday. Question number 5. Which sentence use present continuous to express a plan? A. I will visit my grandmother next week. B. I'm going to visit my grandmother next week. C. I'm visiting my grandmother next week. D. I visited my grandmother last week. So here is the correct answer of the multiple choice. Now, let's move on to our speaking practice. This is your chance to express your own intentions using the future form we learned. Here's the question. What road would you take in your life and why? Think about your personal goals or dream. This road represents your choice or plan for the future. Here's an example. I'm going to study abroad because I want to experience a new culture. I will work hard to make my dream come true. I believe this choice will help me grow and see the world differently. Now it's your turn. Make a short response about 3 or 4 sentences using I will, I'm going to, or I'm meeting. Speak slowly and clearly and try to sound confident. Today, you learn how to talk about your plans, goals, and decisions in English. We practice using will, be going to, and present continuous to show what we plan or intend to do. These expressions are very useful in daily life when you talk about what you plan to do, your dreams, or even your simple future activities. Through today's lesson, I hope you understand not only the grammar, but also how to use these forms naturally in conversation. Remember, using the right future form helps you sound clear, confident, and fluent when speaking English. So, keep practicing, try to make your own sentence about your future plans or intention. And most importantly, believe in what you say because your words show your goals.